Actually, the video got stopped when I searched the name. It's called Andres Karpathy. I forgot the name. Yeah, that is the guy. So now these guys are working on feminine intelligence, where they're trying to create this genie, right? Once they solve the problem, genie will solve all the engineering problem, which is quite true actually. Math is able to do that. But as a person, I want to compete best. I want to learn the best. I don't want. I used to be part of this feminine intelligence back then, and then I walked away and took the STEM science. It's not that I'm like degrading that thing, but it's just that I think I will learn more better because this feminine intelligence is based on transfer learning. Transfer learning is all the AI model, chat GPT, everything is built on this concept of transfer knowledge. Basically, you learn some intelligence in one field. Like if you're good at playing hockey or something like this, you will play a better ice hockey. If you are good at NFL or this kind of sports, you will definitely play football better. You can transfer the skill, team synchronization, running, walking, this skill to a different sport, right? If you're good at baseball, you're gonna play cricket really well or something like this. So there are a lot of sports like this is an example that I used to teach people. Nobody asks like how transfer learning works. So you can transfer. Like if you want to become a great lawyer, you have to become very good at English speaking or something like this. Once you learn English, then you like if I have to train a lawyer, chat GPT or something for a lawyer, I'll first train it on normal English. Then to understand the legal terms, I will train it to the legal studies or whatever the transcript I had. So you can transfer knowledge from one field to another. And AI, the AI which we use, ChatGPT, they did the whole thing. They read all the books, all the history, science, and they transferred the knowledge from it. They become smarter. I understood it very early. If I understood it, I would probably apply it in my life as well, right? So I did the same thing, walked away from this high paying AI job because there I understood it's a feminine science, feminine technology. It's about making a genie. And India, the companies were not doing that work. They were like very cheap miser. They just want quick fixes and everything. They were not making big models or something like this. This I'm telling you back in 2018, right? 1920. I did like 2 years, I think. I understood all this thing and immediately changed my side from this feminine intelligence to masculine intelligence. And the feminine intelligence, I shifted. For feminine intelligence, I was for this AI thing. I was getting a lot. I had big contracts. I had big opportunities. Offer letter. I walked away. I walked away to a poorer job. Like because I wanted to become quantum researcher, I had to start from the scratch. More maths, more science, deep work. And because of that, I didn't get a paid lot. It was like a fresher kind of salary I used to have. Very barely able to survive from the highs of the job life. Again, COVID happened and this shit happened. I came home. Life was depressing. I was going through a transformation, learning about this new stuff. And yeah, it was a struggling time. And yeah, I was able to crack. I did a lot of teaching as well, where if you see me, my communication as a teacher, because that comes from because I was teaching so that I could run my bread and butter, so that I could again reinvest to my quantum learning, right? Quantum physics, quantum computing, this kind of stuff. So I was doing some teaching gigs, teaching AI, feminine science, right? That is good actually. I was actually forgot this about concept, but I was able to talk it over here. So I switched to quantum. Initially, I got a startup which really didn't pay me shit salary, a lot of work, different work. But what was the best part is that because I'm such a genius and everything, I was able to make a quantum algorithm which will beat a classical system. All the computer which you see right now, I made algorithm which beat the classical system. It was for Earth observation satellite. When satellite revolves around, it clicks pictures. They has to click in order to maximize its output. Basically, the satellite have cooling time. There will be days and nights. It will have limited battery. It will have limited storage. And when you downlink those satellites, images, photos back to ground station, they has to be on top of it. So if this is like think my head as Earth surface, like a round. So think over here it's like a ground station. This is ground station. Maybe make me with my hair. Let me make a ground station. Yeah, this one is this thing is ground station. Okay, this isn't ground station, this part. So when our satellite is over, once it reaches top out, then you can send data with your Wi-Fi, whatever kind of signal thing you can do. If it cross over here, you cannot send. So there were few ground stations at that time. Only you can downlink. So I made a software to optimize this whole process, and this software was faster, more accurate than classical system. Classical system will fail the result. First of all, forget about speed. Quantum is usually known for speed, but my output was better. I made a generative cost function, generative objective function, which will change faster, right? That was a marvelous work which I did. And just like if you think about NASA, European, like India, like American NASA is popular, in India ISRO is popular. There is in Europe, it's called European Space Agency, ESA, and then there is subsidiary part called European Space Agency for Earth Observatory, USPA, they call it USPA. For that, there was a competition. We applied this algorithm to the competition. We won 30,000 pounds, like it's European currency over there for this competition. A lot of invites to visit Europe. I was paying shit in this company, but I worked like 99% of work, 99% of work in that project. And I was the first in that startup. I was the first guy. We only had two people: my founder, who was doing all the business part, and I was the technical guy. And we did that. We did got a lot of interns after that who helped us in documentation and whatnot. But for major part, yeah, we two were there. He was dealing with all the business. I was doing all the engineering, coding, and shit. And we won that. I was able to visit 5 European countries, live like over there, like every places. And like those countries are Amsterdam, France, Denmark, Netherlands, Prague. Prague was the head office, but our company was registered in Netherlands, and we had a lot of work in other people. And through that, one of the prestigious places I went was DIT. not MIT, DIT. So it's Danish Institute of Technology. I think Neil Bohr was like from there only, that university. I think you were Neil Bohr who invented neutron, proton, electron, this kind of thing, right? Plum pudding model and these things. They guys were the first pioneer of quantum physics, like how the like normal gravity and shit works for Einstein. This guy brought how quantum, like the gravity is not there, how things fall, and how you can predict a ball in real world, how atoms you would predict if they go away or something. These guys were the pioneers of those things. So I was able to go in the same places where the giants were born and walked. DIT. No paid. I have zero, like I have zero degree. The work which I was doing was done by PhDs, and I'm nobody. I'm just even a Berkeley graduate in BCA. BCA is shit. People do call center jobs after that. Even back in 2015. Now it might be better, but that time, 2015, right? So yeah, that was such a win for me. I was not getting money, but yeah, I got a paid sponsor trip in Europe. I had amazing time there, this kind of thing. Then I came back and I realized I did work for 2 years in that company, but I was too ambitious and I didn't like the rate of growth over there. And I had to change. I don't want to be in the rooms where I'm the smartest person. There you hampers your learning. At some point, I will not find a lot of smart people. That is actually happening right now. It's very hard to find smart people. But when I was young or something learning, I used to go in that rooms. I like to stay in that rooms where I'm not the smartest. So that was the idea, right? And in that company, that was not the thing. I started as a dumb first job in that field. But yeah, I will post a little bit about myself over there. Did a lot of shit over there. And then again took the break and then again studied more, and this time I wanted to go bigger companies or something. So this time I joined. I tried to contract a lot of giants in outside India as well. But because now the Trump shit happened, a lot of immigration issues and shit, not US, like India's name got ruined a bit, and it was very hard to get job with visas. So most of the countries I remember, I was able to reach out a lot of people. They had even interviews or something like this, but because of visa issues, I was not able to select on those any kind of big companies. And then I had I had option to go back in AI or something. I did interview with Google and XAI, something like this, for machine learning and everything, but they had this stupid DSA thing which I was not able to get through. Anyway, still, I don't think that I would have worked in this ML because I was more into masculine sciences, not the feminine sciences. So masculine is tough. So I'm not first of all saying anything bad about it. Those are like, they have different roles in the world. So yeah, I was not able to crack. It was a very hard and dark and depressing time for me. Uh, so because I am a guy who changes rooms. I'm like, I don't like to repeat things. I want to learn new things. I don't want to be the smartest guy in the room. I want to learn stuff or something. Because of that, I have changed so many jobs. My resume looks shit. Like I have like only company I've worked for like extra is 2 years, and I don't know if I look that old or something, but I'm quite old, and I have done like 6-7 jobs, and or like somewhere like 1 year, 8 months, 6 months, 1.5, 2 years, something like this. So my history looks shit. And the way the job hiring process, like big company has, they go through like all the things like work and everything. So a lot more time I have lost like a lot of job because of this thing, because my experience letter and shit and like whatnot, where you lived, your residence, like not a lot. One company actually lost, which kind of hurt me. Like it was giving me good money. This is not for quantum actually. This is even for AI. I think I'm getting tired speaking this much like this. Probably take because it is gonna be long, so I want to make myself comfortable a bit. Should I on the phone because I'm fucking sweating? Okay. Yeah, where I was. Where I was. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, because of this experience, I actually lost a job. So I was very afraid of applying. So this time I actually cracked one of the internationally big 4 company, like top 4 company. And in India, it also had in India, and I was a quantum researcher. It was my dream job. Even the hiring process like took 4 to 5 months. Like I have to literally go through anxiety. It was such a big deal for me. I didn't want to lose. Every interview was like so traumatic. I had to go through a lot of anxiety and shit and not. And I don't come from a lot of. I'm not even a perfect person to be on that team or something like this. My history is shit. I don't have a formal degree. I don't come from a known university. It's just my talent. They liked my first interview. They continued and everything. Like you have to be exceptional to land in those doors. So I was doubting myself. They were doubting their own decision making, and the whole process was for like 4 and 5 months. And then they have this criteria of like seeing your past history and shit, and I was scared to that. Like if I have not done anything wrong or something like this, but I've lost a job because of that fear would like losing such a job, that fear killed me. And I did, like I remember my first company, I actually left it without getting a experience letter. It is another story or something. I was not done, like, but I had my salary slips and shit and not, right? So yeah, because of that one time I lost that anxiety was there, and that anxiety was killing me. And yeah, somehow yeah, able to crack that job, and I was so happy. I had to literally go through like periods of anxiety, stress, and maybe I didn't know like how I passed that time. Maybe anxiety attacks I would have. Like my chest, like food used to feel that I had a brick on my chest. I couldn't sleep. I used to constantly watch something and make myself tired to go even take sleep. Like I used to remember, like, I had to watch something intense. Normal stuff will make me overthink and shit and not because and the worst part was this interview. I cannot contact any. These guys will never call you back or never update you what in this thing. Think about you bought your laptop or phone. It is delivered in 5 months, and every day you're checking where the parcels are. On this thing you can actually call and contact, and I cannot. That zero contact. These HRs of this my company will not pick calls. They will not respond to any kind of thing. Zero communication. Like, I don't know I'm selected. I'm in the next round or not. For 5 months it happened. I went through that fucking period, and then I finally landed a job, and my life's problem like vanished like this. And for a lot period, because as I told you, I left high paying a job to Quantum. I was paid shit, but I got a European tour or something like this. I worked over there 2 years or something. And my exciting love life, that is another story or something like this for another part. Yeah, a lot of bad shit, good shit happened in that period, and this job, it is very important for the story, guys. I'm just writing for the fun. So yeah, I was gone in the job, and I did enjoy it. I worked there for a few months, 6-7 months. I worked or something like this, and again, shit happens with me, right? One shit happened is that I think I grew quite American. Although I was living in India, the idea of freedom, idea of not gatekeeping information or something, idea of sharing things what you're doing or something like this, because American people shared everything. Whatever the thing I learned, I remember I used to be in a Catholic missionary school back in my childhood days, where my lot of learning and values come from. In that school, first of all, I'm an atheist first of all. So, but I respect all the religions. In that school, I was able to encounter the American Idol. I remember I used to have a teacher from America, Michigan, right? She's from Michigan, highest corn producer, not corn producer, the wheat kind of thing, right? And she was a really amazing woman at that time. And she was the one who could brought the American idea of teaching, right? Indian education is shit. And I was in like 6th standard or something like this. I was not a guy who would speak English or even understand on the first place. And I had a foreign teacher back in the school. It was a voluntary. She was not there teaching for some money or something because she wanted to visit India. She was doing this voluntary work or something. Now I think her name is Amanda Sidbert. I don't know if she would remember me or not. I think she had a earlier last name, but she married now. And she's such amazing woman, such amazing family. She has kids. I stalked her on the Facebook sometime. She makes jingles like for the kids who are born. If you want to make a poetry or something, she will make customized jingles for the kids. So she was such a good woman. From now today's feminine standard, if I see such a conservative good woman, I would say big family, a lot of kids. Always I've seen like whenever she would post photo, her family would have like 20 members in it. So dream woman. And I was kid, and this teacher was so amazing. She taught me ideas about like idea of freedom, liberation, open source, sharing, knowledge. This kind of is American ideology, which world has adopted. If you ask me, their education they didn't gatekeep anything. They just at what most they could share with the world, and which is what I have also learned. And just from the story, I would tell you, I didn't used to understand. It was very hard for me to class, but in the end, I was able to understand a bit. She used to teach geography or something like this. Like other people, other teachers will basically make us jot down a lot of writing. They will okay, like they will speak and we have to jot down whatever they say. This is most of the teaching back at time in India, just mundane, boring teaching way. But she was the one who would bring printed papers, photocopies of fill in the blanks, match the column, and all the shit. And like a lot of creative work where I have to do minimum work. Teacher will do the maximum work and just copy it and give it to every student. And she like we were both working. Teacher were also doing homework before the class. She would enter. She would do homework. Earlier, homework was for student. She was the first teacher I knew who would pre-plan their class, come up with stuff or something, which I do for my class as well. I just don't randomly show up. This was the first time I saw. Now it has been more common these days, but back then it was like very eye-opening for me. And this teacher did that, and it broke my mind, like how somebody could. And that time I didn't understand. The way I'm trying to explain you, I was a stupid kid. I never understood. Just that I recorded all the stuff in my brain, and I processed it very later part of my life, and then brought learnings from my past recorded videos of my brain. And she did that. And I remember she used to give homework or something. Other teacher would also give homeworks, but this teacher will give assessment on your creativeness, how smartly you've done. And one day I remember one of the student because I was one of the student. Like I remember one summer holiday project was that you like because she was teaching geography, everybody she assigned everybody some country. My friend has Puerto Rico or something like this. I remember because it has a beautiful flag and like vibrant culture and food and shit. And I was giving Australia. Every student has a different country to explain, make a project on. And the toppers who are, I remember how they used to make like a very expensive project, like hardcover, very beautiful handwriting, write about the country name, location, like big, like 50 page report, like for summer holiday. That was too much work. And they will all beautiful glitters, heading with black, blue, very shiny. And I was not doing any of the shit. I remember whatever she taught in the class. I learned about Australia. I read whatever I could learn about Australia. But never. On the last few days, what I made it like a tippy toe, like paper fishy, tippy toe kind of shape, which changes the shape if you flip like this with your tippy toe. It's like a origami kind of thing. So I extended that origami into Australia, big origami kind of thing. And on each page, one will have coal, one will have mineral, one will be the agriculture where the most things are. Every face of Tippy Toe has a map of Australia, and then I will draw where the hard things are available. I marked down, and then that was my project that I submitted. And I don't know how I came up with this. because she encourages this. I didn't notice that she would encourage. I was very doubtful. I just wanted to save my ass that I submitted something I didn't care about number, but I got the second highest mark in the class, and she wrote such good remark on me. Indian teacher would have never done that for me. I have been in Indian education.